whether it just be, little tips or, just little things of motivation. But obviously much different now, being back in the building, back in all the meetings, back on the field, practice field and stuff. Um, it's definitely enjoying it a lot more than I did last year. I'll definitely admit to that.
Dante, how much are you looking forward just to get out there on come Sunday for your first game in a couple years now?
Um, I'm anxious. I'm excited. Obviously, just kind of like everybody else. With having the year off and stuff. That was that. But I mean, just all the work that we kind of put into it this year. Um, just kind of excited to go out. Preseason was good and got a couple of plays, but nothing's really like the regular season. So Miami's a good team, and it's going to be a tough physical game. Obviously, knowing Flo and how they operate over there. So just looking forward to getting back out there.
Dante, we sat up on the hill and watched training camp and then the preseason games, and the depth that you guys have at linebacker and edge and sort of the movable pieces, we get excited about it watching. What can they do? Are you sort of feeling the same way as you're in these meetings and saying, well, we can put him here and this guy here, and we're going to really stress quarterbacks and offensive coordinators to try to figure out who's coming and when they're coming?
Absolutely. I feel like as long as I've been here, that's kind of been, one thing that Bill's kind of always pushed was versatility. And, you said it yourself when you have guys like Van Noy or Uche or Judon, Chase, Hart. I mean, the line goes on and on. That guys can stand up and play off the ball linebacker. They can blitz, and they also can cover well too. So we get a lot of practice at that. At practice obviously with just fundamentals. But the fact that guys are athletically gifted to do that as well outside of fundamentals help too. So it's been a journey, kind of putting all the pieces together. But all that stuff really means nothing if we don't obviously go out and execute. So all the fun and stuff is cool, but obviously the goal is in winning. So all of us take pride in it, and we work really hard in it. So just looking forward to going out today and working on that and getting ready for Sunday.
Dante, you mentioned the journey that you guys have come. Are you surprised, or are you anticipating what it's going to look like when you get out there? Because maybe talking to a lot of guys in the defense, they're excited for what it can be, but like you said, it only happens when you get out there underneath the lights. What do you think you're going to see?
Obviously, you don't really know. And as a guy that's been around for a little bit, you kind of realize that, that first quarter of the season, that's kind of, teams trying to find their identity, teams doing things that they might have not done last year. So it'll be a lot of, I'm sure, a lot of adjustments on the sideline and stuff like that. But, overall, it's, being able to contain those emotions and actually go out and play football and not be so, geeked and jacked up on being out there and, first game and stuff, but to kind of calm down and kind of read your keys and stuff. So, that's definitely going to be the most important things. And, Bill talks about all the time with fundamentals and keys. So there's going to be a lot of, misdirection and eye candy out there. They got a lot of skilled players that are real good and that are good in space, and we're aware of that. So we're just going to have to do a good job with, fundamentals and, those core keys that, we kind of hold to our team.
You're going up against a quarterback like Tua that's so good at moving in the pocket. Does it change anything for you guys as pass rushers with your mindset of how to attack a guy like that?
I think you're always aware of who that is. Obviously, he's not a statue, but you want to respect that aspect. What he brings to the table, but you also don't want to be on your heels and not rush this guy and give him a lot of time back there because just as good as a scrambler he is, he has a good arm too, and he's got big skill players and a lot of fast guys to get the ball to, and they can make tough catches. So we just want to make it as tough as possible, for Tua or Jacoby or whoever's back there, whatever quarterback we're going against. So obviously just we just want to be cognitively aware of who's back there.
I know the captain role isn't new to you, but after sitting out last year and then being named the captain this year for your team, how special is that for you?
It means a lot. A lot of the guys that I know some, but not all, not most. But anytime you get voted by your peers and guys that you're not just not necessarily in the coaching staff meetings and stuff, but they're the guys that you're doing the hard work with, the sweating and the blood and stuff. So it always feels good whenever your teammates are voting that, and it's not a coach handing it down. So it always feels good from that coming from your teammates.
Okay, two quick ones. First, how's young Grayson?
He's great. He's getting along. He's getting along.
Good, getting almost what, 1.5 couple months?
He's 14 months now. Yeah. So he's getting there, man.
That was my first. My second is being a Crimson Tide alum. Do you allow yourself to at all step back and just appreciate what's going to unfold Sunday? With these two guys at quarterback that played at alma mater that I know you take a lot of pride in. They're going to go against each other.
Yeah, I think that I've watched both guys. Obviously, being an alumni, and both are very talented. But obviously, running with Mac Jones on this one. But in all honesty, man, this we have try to have a tight group. Obviously with Alabama connections and stuff. But we always try to speak after the game or whenever we get time. But those two guys are really special and obviously mean a lot to both teams and both organizations, and want to wish them both the best. But Tua not so much this week. So, but they're two hardworking young men.
Seems like Judon has been able to integrate himself pretty quickly into this defense. What's it been like working with him so closely for the last couple months?
It's been great, man. Judy's a character, man. He definitely sets the whole mood for the defense as far as the music in the locker room and just kind of he works hard and he has fun doing it. And I think overall that's the one thing that guys really respect and appreciate from Judon, being coming in, being a new guy, new signing or whatever, but him coming in and working as hard as he does and not loafing and wanting to push guys to do a little bit more and a little extra, and having a lot of fun on the way. So I think a lot of guys appreciate and respect that.
What is that mood that he sets?
I don't know, man. He's funny, man. You do interviews with him, y'all see it. So it's not one thing that you can just put your finger on. But having a guy, in a work heavy environment like this definitely helps get throughout the day, and I know a lot of guys appreciate that.
Dante, you mentioned Mac, and what's it been like from your perspective, knowing where he came from and everything, just to watch him as a rookie try to come in here and to do what he's done as part of his journey to earn that starting quarterback job?
I think Mac is just doing, he's just being Mac. I don't think that he's asking for a lot. I think he's just kind of going about things the way that he knows how. It just kind of happens to marry up with a lot of the ways that we've done it here. And obviously with Bill and Nick being close, they have some, kind of run their teams a similar way. And so he was able to adapt. He's able to adapt to things a lot easier than most rookies and stuff. But you just don't want to put too much on Mac's plate. As good as he is, you don't want to stunt his growth with putting too much on his plate. And that's where a lot of us older guys come in, whether that be David and Trent and Shaq on the offensive side, or me and Dev and AP or Bentley or Van Noy or Judon or Slater or somebody else on the other team. So. As fast as he's growing, we just want to be there to help him grow as well as he is, and just not try to put too much on his plate. And everybody else is going to demand a lot out of him, so we want to do our job and take as much as we can off of him.
How has he earned the respect of the locker room, Mac Jones, as a rookie?
The way he works. You don't really hear Mac say much. He'll crack a joke. He's got his way about him. He's got his swag, but more times than none, man, if I don't see him on the field, he's we're either running to or from a meeting or getting treatment. So that in his own is I think he learned a lot of respect around here, and then him having the production that he's had, it's easier to respect and appreciate guys like that.
On that most important question about Grayson, have you noticed your day-to-day improvement on the diaper change? Like, has that become a very in and out process?
I mastered that year one. Like when I opted out, that was my mastery. I was in and out of the diapers and nap time. But mom had to pick that up lately, and I don't think she appreciates it. But I make time, whenever I get home, because that's my guy. But yeah, that nap time and diapers, that was my go-to mastery. Oh yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.